Hey y'all, it's Chris without Dante today. So for those of you who are seeing these videos for the first time, seeing me for the first time, Dante is my 8-year-old son. He will often be sitting next to me off the camera, doing the videos with me, but he will always be one of the folks editing my videos. Some of the videos he needs some editing help, so my husband will often help him, but part of the reason that we're doing these videos is because he was asking to create some videos so that he can practice editing. So that's what these are for. I am going to show off one of my completed projects and then what I'm also currently working on, and then talk about our plans for some of our upcoming videos. So like and subscribe, click the bell icon to be notified when we release new videos. The first thing that I want to show you is this shawl. So in the last video, I was working on this shawl, was only about halfway through. I used red heart bitty stripes in the color Mermaid for this. So this shawl took 2 skeins of this yarn right here, minus the yarn that I used to make this little scarf for this teddy here. So I think definitely a lot of yarn. I did wash and dry this already, and it definitely started draping more, and it did soften up quite a bit. It's still a value acrylic, so I mean it still has some of that like plasticky kind of stiff feel to it, like a value acrylic usually does. It's Big Twist value is much softer. The pattern that I use for this is a free pattern on Yarn Inspiration's website. I'll link it in the description below, but it's basically a 2-row repeat where you have these treble crochet fans, and then you alternate rows with these so these are the treble crochet fans right here, and then these are double crochet stitches in the front loop only to create this kind of textured look. I really liked this pattern because it reminds me of like water, of waves, and I thought the color Mermaid would be perfect for this, and I do really like how this came out. The coloring is kind of reminding me of Monet's Water Lilies, if you know those paintings, that reference. I am a little disappointed in the pooling. Some of the color pooled, so you'll notice on this side there's more purple, there's more lavender, and then on this side there's more of that green and teal color. Initially, as I started to see that this was happening, I thought about skipping forward a little bit, cutting off skipping one of the colors in the sequence so that it would continue to be a little more random looking, but I decided against it and was going to just let it play out, see how it unfolded, and I got this look. I don't hate it. I do wish that I would have worked to try and fix the pooling when I noticed it, but I don't hate it. I do like it. So there is that project. I am also currently working on a project now with using the yarn Hobbi Apricity. So if you are in the yarn crochet world on YouTube, you probably have already heard of Tony from TL Yarn Crafts. This is a yarn that she partnered with Hobbi to kind of create. She has another yarn as well, just called Happy Place. This one, specifically Apricity, is 65% alpaca, 78% polyamide, and 7% wool. So the polyamide is this kind of tubing that the fibers are then blown into. So the alpaca and wool fiber is blown into this tubing and That's how you get the look of this yarn. This is a number 6 super bulky, but again, because of how this is made, it stretches quite a bit, and as it stretches, it thins out. So if you use a smaller hook and have a tighter tension, it'll probably act more like a worsted weight number 4. If you have a bigger hook, looser tension, then it'll definitely act more like a bulky or super bulky weight yarn. I'm using a 7mm hook on this cardigan that I'm making with it. The yarn itself recommends a 9mm knitting needles, 10mm crochet hook. I think 10 is a bit excessive for this, but I mean, depending on what you're making, 10 might work best. I have it in 2 colors. This is just says color 19 and color 24, but we'll put screenshots up there so that you can see on Hobbi's website. It is on the pricier side. I don't usually spend this much on yarn. I bought this when it came out and really wanted to, one, support Tony because I love Tony, love her videos, learned to do the Tunisian crochet stitch from watching her videos and reading her book. And this yarn is really soft. I've never worked with alpaca yarn before. I've worked with wool yarn quite a bit, and wanted to kind of broaden my horizons a bit with this yarn. And I do really love how it feels. The one concern that I have is that it is a machine wash cold, but lay flat to dry. And I usually don't take really good care of my clothes. I just throw it in the washing machine, throw it in the dryer, and call it a day. So I'll have to be careful with this. I initially started with a pattern that was released with this yarn, the maple sweater that Tony released with this yarn, but I didn't like how it was coming out, and so I frogged it all back and just went back to basics. So I'm just creating a back panel and then going to create 2 side panels and sew those together, add on the sleeves from there, and just create a regular cardigan. I'm using double crochet stitches, so it's just double crochet stitch alternating with 3 rows of double crochet V stitches. And so for double crochet V stitch, you have 2 double crochets into the same stitch, and those 2 double crochets are separated by a chain stitch. And then the next row, you just do that into that chain stitch. So alternated V stitches with just rows of double crochets to create the panels that I'm just going to put together. I'm looking forward to seeing how this finishes. I should be done in maybe like a week or 2 weeks, and I'll be able to show some updates on that. Aside from that, I wanted to show you the teddy bear. So Arcade Party came in second in our vote for which of the Big Twist Value yarns we wanted to use to make a teddy bear. The first one was Mystic Mermaid. So Mystic Mermaid, we revealed that last week, and I talked about why I added a scarf here. So one thing that I really like about this pattern is that depending on the yarn, the teddy bear will come out completely different. So this was Big Twist all-in-one granny square yarn, much thicker worsted weight than Big Twist Value. So Red Heart Super Saver all-in-one granny square, thicker worsted weight, so it came out thicker. I did have to go up half a size from what I usually use. I usually use a 4mm crochet hook. Had to use a 4.5 on this one. So Arcade Party, this is what I found really interesting though, is the size difference between Big Twist Value Arcade Party and Big Twist Value Mystic Mermaid, because you would think that they'd be the same weight, same size, act the same, but here's the finished product. So I made a little sweater for it, and it has, I did the linen stitch with the sweater. I do love how this created a little pattern here. And so if you the rows where there were no decreases or increases, you started to see that it was it created a pattern. So my eye is drawn to that, but then it also sees so much of the randomness from all of the increase and decrease rows that it gives a really cool effect. And so even here with the rows down here and on some of the rows on the head. So I really like how this turned out. But when you look at this compared with Mystic Mermaid, it's smaller. So I thought that was interesting. I don't think my tension was that much different between the two of these, but same type of yarn, big twist value acrylic, and exact same pattern. The only difference was an accidental extra row along the neck. So yeah. I'll probably make a few more out of some of the other yarns that we got from Joanne, from our Joanne order. So stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe to get some more updates on different teddies that we make. The last thing that I'm going to share with y'all is Dante and I will be making videos on how Dante learns to crochet using Woogles kits. So I bought these Woogles kits back a while back now. I bought these because Dante really loves Minecraft, and so I figured that these would be really cool kits for him to learn to crochet. He's been asking me to teach him how to crochet for a while now. I'm not the best teacher. It's hard for me to describe how to do something that I know is like muscle memory now. So I'm hoping that as these kits are designed for beginners, that this combined with some of my help will get Dante in a place where he is confident in crocheting. So we'll record some of our journey with that and share that as we go along. So stay tuned for those videos. That is everything that I have for you this week, and thank you all for watching.